portal monUPMC, and happy birthday monUPMC. We are so a few words about us. He is a Christian Husker. He worked at UPMC since 25 in the ICT department in education of UPMC. He worked on the front-end software and mobile aspects, and he used JavaScript, HTML5, and jQuery, AngularJS technology,
CSS,
and CSS. I'm Ludovic Oxenball, and I work at UPMC since 2011 on the IT department. I integrate, manage, and deploy the portal at UPMC. And I am the administrator of the portal. We have put in this presentation on GitHub, personal GitHub, because we have done some requests to portal to change the project and portlets. We could see that request with our avatars, blue eyes, and our university is Pierre Mercury University, UPMC. It's one of the members of Sorbonne University. There are a lot of universities in Paris, and our university is Paris 6. This university has 18 sites across 4 regions in France, 15 in Paris region, 3 stations, 1 in Brittany, and 2 in south of France. We have around 32,000 students, of whom 6,000 are foreign students, and around 3,000 are doctoral candidates. We have around 10,000 staff and 120 research laboratories. Our principal website and web application are the website www.upmc.fr and mon.upmc.ifportal, and we use Sakai CLI. Now, a brief outline of our presentation. In the first part, we present a history of monUPMC before we use Portal 4, from 25 to 2011, and we expose the choice that we do when we deploy the new portal with the uPortal 4. After that, we speak about our UPMC mobile and desktop approach, and we present some examples of use and customization of our portlets and Apereo portlets.
So let's start off with the history of monUPMC portal. Here is a screen capture of the portal in 2005. It was based on uPortal 2.4, and we were running CAS 2.0. At the beginning of the portal, it was thick as a learning workspace. And the first prototype was opened with only 1,000 students and their teacher of the first year study. In September 2006, the medicine students and their teacher were added. We have done some customization of the portal. We create a div layout instead of the default table layout. And we want to test how can react the portal with if we inject a JavaScript library. So we were injecting prototype.js library and script echoes. And we have developed a functionality. A user were able to change the order of the main tabs in drag and drop. In 2007, we were running in the uPortal 2.6 with the Azure packaging. So this is a screencast of a screen capture of the guest view. And here is an authenticated view. You can see the file sharing portlets, the Sakai portlets, and the video archive portlets. In 2007, it was think as a numerical workspace. All students, staff member, and guests were added. And we were running some iChannel and portlets like news, announcement, bookmark, file sharing, video live first version, video archive, and some homemade portlet like Prairie Dog. It's the equivalent to Apereo CMS portlets and Pimp My Portal. It was a portlet, a hidden portlet that can make dynamic CSS injection in the layout. So we can change the whole layout in a tab with a simple file. We remove prototype.js library and we want to test JavaScript component inside the portlet in the desktop. So here are example of a component we developed. I have developed an horizontal unobtrusive slider for the AppDist portlet. It's a remote application display. A user can use a software without having it installed in their computer with this portlet. Another example is a vertical unobtrusive accordion for the Sakai dashboard portlet. In this portlet, a user can see the Sakai announcement, go to my workspace zone, and go directly to every course he have and every tool he have in Sakai. And you can see at the bottom the accordion. So I will let Ludwig talk.
So, on 29, our portal lost its backend developer administrator. So it's an earthquake on the portal approach at UPMC. We can't deploy new services and portlet in UPMC portal. Some services never put into production server, and we lost some integrated services because it couldn't be maintained on this period. For example, file sharing and intranet portlet were replaced by Alfresco and Amethyst CMS portlet, and they were replaced by links after that. Sakai portlet were replaced by a link when the Sakai platform was updated. The portlet don't work with the new version of Sakai. Pimp My Portlet were no longer used, and the UPMC decided to create a new scheme. From 2009 to 2011, only security and critical updates were applied, and we have this new scheme on 2011, a bronze scheme, with on the uPortal 2.6.1. You could see here our cast interface, and here the guest view of the last version of portal of uPortal. So after that, when I arrived in UPMC, I studied the infrastructure, the portal, portlet, and all part of the portal in order to choose and improve the portal of UPMC. So the portal runs on all physical servers. There isn't the virtual machines. The central authentication system was old, 2.0 version with limited settings, lots of security requirements. For example, we can't define services factory in CAS server. It's a problem. And this case server have some incompatibility with mobile application. So we can't use Portal 4 with this, we couldn't use Portal 4 with this CAS server. The Portal now have further update of security patches from JC and Portal. The user interface are old, and there is no advanced support. So we choose to do a technical reboot and a new design of the portal project. And we want to release a new version of our portal with computers and mobile interfaces in September 2012. So what we do in order to migrate our portal from uPortal to 2.6 to 4.0? We start to fork the 4-0-patches branch of JSIG GitHub, and we clone this branch and customize the portal. We pick some functionalities of the French portal packaging, for example, the French user messages, the centralization of configuration items on the local fighter file. We use Maven portlets overlays in order to deploy and configure our portlets in the portal. We have extended the resource server in order to have the last version of CK editor and some JavaScript libraries like jQuery, jQuery Mobile, Backbone, and we patch grid in order to fix some bugs with accentuated character. We use Git and GitHub, but we manage our source code in a private GitLab. GitLab is a GitHub-like application that we install at UPMC. We manage private code and upgrades of portal and portlet with this tool. This tool allows close coordination between every developers, front-end and back-end at UPMC, and allow us to easily share code with uPortal and uMobile communities. So the big work we have done in order to migrate from 2.6 to 4.0. uPortal 4 don't support iChannel, so we had to replace all iChannel we used on the old portal of UPMC. We replace our provider portlet by a simple content management portlet. We replace the announcement channel by announcement portlet, replace news channel by readers portlet, and we do that with all the duplicated assets. It's a big work. It's a very important work that we have done since 1 year. So the new portal use virtual production server, two virtual machine and one fallback server dedicated to CAS server, 4 virtual machine dedicated to the portal on UPMC, with CentOS, 4 GB RAM, 2 CPU core, and we use Apereo HTTPD with proxy AGP, Apereo Tomcat 6, and we choose to use Oracle Java JDK and Ant, Maven, and MySQL 5. Our load balancing and fallback system is the same we use in the other tools of UPMC. A Cisco content service switch with an SSL card, manage load balancing and fallback, and SSL decoding. We choose to organize the new monUPMC portal with 9 thematic tabs, with only 3 on the guest page. We have pushed around 20 or 30 services depending on the user profiles, and we use 20 different portlets. So, basic portlets, portal portlets, and specific development of UPMC. We have around 50 advanced CMS portlets and around 130 portlet instances with administration services. Now, the timeline of the deployment from September 11 to 12, we studied the existing portal and overall services organization and tab. We test and configure and deploy the initial version of portal, CAS server, and group system. In May 2012, we reached maturity for release in September 2012. So we deploy first grouper, next on September, a custom version of uPortal 4.0.6, and all our users use this instead of the old version of uPortal. On October, we set up our Git server with GitLab, and between October and November, we have flipped all the UPMC application to a new CAS server. And now we use the last version of uPortal with the security patch of config mode, portlet config mode. And we use this since last week. Now, some statistics of our new UPMC portal. We use uPortal statistic portlet, activity portlet, issue monitoring portlet, and CAS log in order to see and study the usage and which user use the portal. So we have more than 34,000 different users connected since September 2012, up to 30,000 daily connection. and up to 450 monthly connection. We have on this new portal up to 1,000 concurrent users per 5 minutes period, and more than 9,000 users give us feedbacks with the feedback portlet. We note that 27% of users connect with a mobile device, use monUPMC with a mobile device, but they use also different devices. So we use their desktop and next their tablet, next their mobile. Here we can see an abstract of our statistics with the statistic portlets of Jesse. The university, the course of French university are divided on 2 semesters. So we have all the students connect to the portal on September here and on January here. The user continue to use the portal during the year, but this use decrease.
So I will talk to you about the UPMC mobile and desktop approach. What is uMobile for? It's a desktop view, a mobile view, and a JSON feed for the mobile app. We didn't launch the app in the marketplace because there were a problem of memory leaks on Android. And for the moment, we are focusing on the mobile web view. We are interested in the new responder theme with Bootstrap in order to enhance desktop and tablet experience. So we create 2 new schemes, one based on University uPortal 4 theme and one based on University mobile theme. We have done specific visual artwork. Each tab has a specific color on desktop with a JavaScript code, and we create a specific color mobile icon. All icon portlets in a tab have the same background color. We use list view instead of grid view, and we have done a quick improvement to enhance mobile experience and to enhance accessibility. We could correct the hierarchy of heading in the portlets. So here is a screen capture of the new monUPMC. You have the desktop view and the mobile view. You can see the color icon on mobile and the color tab. So we have done a lot of work to enhance performance of rendering. So there's 2 rules in mobile development. We need to avoid page reflow, and we need to do efficient requests. You must know that 80% of the resource loads are supported by the front end, so we perform Google page speed tests to optimize the rendering. We have done Apache and Tomcat configuration, and we have enabled JavaScript and CSS aggregation and compression in the portlet. That's a resource server functionality. To enhance user experience, we have done improvement in the resource server content. We add and use the latest version of the JavaScript library, and we have patched the library because there were in French encoding issue in the newsreader portlets, and there were incompatibility with an old version of jQuery and Fleet library. Another problem was each portlet could import its own version of jQuery and jQuery UI, backbone, and all the JavaScript libraries. So there were too many JavaScript requests because there were too many different versions of the JavaScript in the layout. So we tried to unify the JavaScript library used by the portal and the portlets. So we are now running on jQuery 1.11, jQuery UI 1.10, and jQuery Mobile 1.4. To enhance the user experience on mobile, we work a lot with jQuery Mobile. jQuery Mobile is a mobile-first and touchable-based framework. We can easily create mobile-friendly view, and the major part of the platform and devices are supported. And some components are responsive, web design compatible. So we use lots of widgets, accordion, list view, control group, collab side, toolbar, responsive table, table reflow, transition. And with the update of jQuery mobile library, we have more widgets and functionality, and we will have best performance and devices support. So there are four ways to enhance the user experience on mobile. The first one is DOM scripting. It's the context of the portlet. It's an old JSF portlet with old HTML code. So we put a specific JavaScript in the universality theme to rewrite and add elements with JavaScript to generate the mobile view. It's ugly, but it works. The example is a human resource portlets, is an adjunct portlet. We have a specific CSS approach to hide and show content in the portlet and to hide them in the mobile view. So we use media queries. So the example is CVOG Research Network portlet. It's a video conferencing portlet. And we enhanced the mobile user experience with jQuery mobile attributes. We structure the HTML code thanks to the jQuery mobile widget code. We use also the new item code. It's on mobile. It's a badge to warn the user that there is new things in the portlets. So we use this for video live, video archive, email preview, and is it portlets. So this is example of users and customization in portlets we have done at UPMC. The first one is video live and video archive portlets. Video live is a live video course, private courses on video and live event, public event video portlets. And video archive is a video on demand courses portlets. It's a new development with JSR Maven archetype of JZig. We have a controller, desktop, and mobile view. And we use a view selector with isMobile methods of iViewSelector because there is a mobile view and a desktop view. This portlet uses Spring MVC, JSTL, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, jQuery UI, jQuery Mobile, JSON-P, JSON, and JW Player. There is a proof of concept video in YouTube for this portlet. So this portlet is running in production. So in the left you have video live portlets. This portlet is quite simple. It has 3 states: connecting to the video server, no live for the moment, and display the video. After connecting to the video server, the portlet requests it every 10 seconds to see if there is a live on air or not. If there is no live for the moment, it displays the no live for the moment screen. But it requests again in Ajax the video server. And when there is a live video, it displays the video. And there is an infinite loop. It works every time. On the right, you have a video archive portlet. It's a video on demand portlet. So when the live is finished, the video is automatically added in this portlet. And a user can watch again their course and download it in MP3 and MP4. You have an embedded player to see the video. And this is the mobile view of video live and video archive. On the left, you have a video live portlet, and on the right, you have a video archive portlet. You don't have the screen with the video. Sorry. Another portlet is CVOG Research Network Portlet. It's a video collaboration solution for a video conferencing room. It's running on Windows, Mac, and Linux, and it has a mobile device, mobile and native app running on Android and iOS, and the portlets open this app. In 2011, Internet 2 chooses CVOG as a video conferencing solution. So what does the portlet? It identifies the participant into CVOG. It forwards the user information from the portal to CVOG, and he retrieves CVOG information into the portal for meeting management. It's a portlet to manage and to join the meeting in CVOG. With the portlet migration from uPortal 2.6 and to uPortal 4, we have fixed bug and do view improvements, and we have create a mobile view. So this is the portlet. You have the desktop view to join the meeting, and you have the mobile view. And this is the client application of CVOG. We use about 40 advanced CMS portlets in monUPMC, mostly used as quick links with other website or application. So there is a general code organization. There is a title, an image or subtitle, a short description, a links or other element, other widgets. We use a lot the collab side widgets with the jQuery mobile attribute data role collab side. So this is the code. We just have to add the red element to generate a cool view in mobile. So you have here the desktop view, and on the right you have the collab side open and closed for the Sakai portlets. For the map portlet, I will let Ludovic talk.
So we use also map portlet from Apereo project, and we custom this portlet. The map portlet display Google Map with markers and produce an API for representing campus location, geo-coordinates, and we can search and browse and in order to find particular location. So we don't use the master branch of the Apereo project, but we use the replace free with backbone submission of Peter Gia in 2012, I think. This specific branch don't use Fluid. It uses jQuery backbone layout manager, and we fix on private branch sub navigation bugs, and we add GeoCampus unique mobile location JSON point of interest It is a French mobile app that all University of Paris use in order to locate their
The port of interest.
their port of interest. We add new information to the point of interest like website and a link to a detailed map. So the desktop view of this portlet is here with sidebar, with a return button, a browse button, category button, and map button. You can search a point of interest in this map here, and the mobile view are different. There are different mobile views. This on the left, we have the category view, a list of category here. The result of a search here, and the view of a specific point of interest with a description, collection spécialisée en modologie, an address, an access, some other information like telephone, by phone, mail, website, yeah, and detailed plan, and the link to campus map and Google Map. And this view is the map view with a selected point of interest. We customize the announcement portlet in order to have to use responsive table on the administration interface of announcement portlet. So we add data role table, data mode, reflow, and those and class data stroke be responsive on the table element, and we have this desktop view and this mobile view. So we customize the issue Twitter portlet. We add jQuery mobile list view in order to display a list of tweets on mobile view. Here, we develop some code in order to have the hashtag and user and links clickable in the portlet on desktop and online. We customize the feedback portlet mobile view in order to use jQuery mobile radio button, select and control widgets. We put a jQuery script in order to enable and disable the submit button when a user clicks on yes or no or another choice. And the last portlet we customize is a newsreader portlet. We use the tab view on desktop, and we choose to hide the RSS feed title on the desktop view here in the JC default desktop view, and we display only RSS feed item with the story title and the story content on the mobile view with list view, jQuery mobile list view. We rewrite the mobile view of email preview portlet. First step, we have updated the fluid version view in email preview. The default fluid version is 1.2 version, so we update update fluid in order to use 1.4. We reorder some information on in the mobile view. We put the directory button here on the header sidebar. We are adding footer sidebar with the pager here and use the jQuery mobile button. We rewrite the list of mail in order to have a more beautiful view on mobile. We don't have shared this part of our progress at the moment. So now future works and perspective. We want to define a new organization of tabs and services because our user says that the portal is complex. We want to add new services and connectors to the portal. We want to continue to share parts of our work with eSub and Apereo communities. We think we test an update of jQuery Mobile in order to use 1.1.4 versions that generate less code, and this version is powerful. Today we don't know when we want to go to portal 4.1, but because we must do a graphical redesign with this new version, and we will update case and maybe study mobile native application. So, have you any question? Yes.
You say you replace like these intranet portlets and stuff by links. Do you mean you link to somewhere on your school's main website, or what does that mean exactly?
Yes, it's a link to another application. So before in our old portal, we have portlets that use some web services, but those web services have changed. So portlets don't work, and we must replace those portlets by a link. Yes.
As well. One of our goals over the summer was to rework the app support the UI, but what you guys have done is pretty much everything. Yeah. Is there any chance you guys are going to commit that back to the community?
Est-ce que tu vas commenter les changements que tu as fait pour la portlet sur la web?
Yes, I think, but takes a long time to to choose what part of code I want to share with the community. But I don't know if this branch is compatible with responder. So I must test this before the community.
Because there are incompatibility perhaps with Backbone and jQuery Mobile with Bootstrap.
Yes.
And so you guys, you will have the same problem.
Yes. I was going to say the same thing around the feedback portal. You know, that project has had a lot of updates throughout the years, and I think some of these things that you're doing can be adopted.
Yeah, it's a cool concept. Est-ce que tu vas partager Est-ce que tu vas partager le travail sur la feedback?
I have pull request this part of your code, but who
Doesn't validate.
no, doesn't read it. I
Yeah.
think.
Okay.
He don't read. He doesn't read this pull request. I think.
Yeah, that sounds better.
Yes. Another question? So thanks for attending our session.
Thank you.